Greetings to all. Beta Class 10. We are going to discuss Chapter 1 of history, that is nationalism in India. So, first of all, what is nationalism? So, nationalism means love for one's own country. Uh, it We can say the sense of belongingness to one's own country. That is nationalism. So, let's start the chapter. So, when we talk about love for one's own country, how the people they started thinking about our country, because at the time in India they were princely states, and India was divided into numerous areas, and the boundaries, the state boundaries, were not like this that, as we have today. So, what was the beginning, or how this sense of belongingness inculcated in the minds of the people? So, let us start the chapter. As you have seen, modern nationalism in Europe came to be associated with the formation of nation states. It has meant a change in people's understanding of who they were and what defined their identity and sense of belonging. New symbols and icons, new songs and ideas forged new links and redefine the boundaries of communities. In most countries, the making of this new national identity was a long process. How did the consciousness emerge in India? So this we have discussed about that we are to look. So what were the causes, or how the people of India they started thinking in oneness, thinking uh, unity in diversity. How the diverse groups of India came together. So what was the basic idea behind it? So let's start the chapter. In India, as in Vietnam and many other countries, the growth of modern nationalism is intimately connected to the anti colonial movement. People began discovering their unity in the process of their struggle with colonialism. The sense of being oppressed under colonialism provided a shared bond that tied many different groups together. But each class and group felt the effect of colonialism differently. Their experiences were varied, and their notions of freedom were not always the same. The Congress under Mahatma Gandhi tried to forge these groups together within one movement, but the unity did not emerge without conflicts. See, when under the colonial rule, the Indians they were suppressed, they were ill-treated, they were discriminated in various fields of life, and those people, when they experience their bitter experiences, brought the people from different communities together, and they started thinking as one because the common enemy was the British. So they wanted to drive British out of India. They wanted to bring their own rule. So the people they started working as one. And Indian National Congress and Mahatma Gandhi they worked hard to bring all the Indians together under one flag. Though they have tried a lot, but it was not without conflicts, without disputes, because diverse groups have diverse ideas, they have their diverse interests. So these interests were not without conflicts. One may collide with the other. In an earlier textbook, you have read about the growth of nationalism in India up to the first decade of the 20th century. In this chapter, we will pick up the story from the 1920s and study the non cooperation and civil disobedience movement. We will explore how the Congress sought to develop the national movement, how different social groups participated in the movement, and how nationalism captured the imagination of the people. So, we are going to discuss all these about all these in the chapter about how these different social groups they came together and participated in different national movements. So let us start. The very first movement, that is the First World War, Khilafat and Non-Cooperation Movement. The British First World War, it started in 1914 and ended in 1918. So what was the effect of First World War on India? So in the year after 1919, we see the national movement spreading to new areas, incorporating new social groups and developing new modes of struggle. How do we understand these developments? What implications did they have? First of all, the war created a new economic and political situation. It led to a huge increase in defense expenditure, which was financed by war loans and increasing taxes. Custom duties were raised and income tax introduced. So, in the war, as the war uh, started, it created a new economic and political situation. What does this mean? That the war expenditure increased, and to compensate the war expenses, the government uh, increase the taxes, and one new tax, that is income tax, was introduced at the time. Through the war years, prices increased, doubling between 1913 and 18. So there was inflation during the time, leading to extreme hardship for the common people. When the prices of the commodities increased, it became hard for the common people to fulfill even their basic needs or basic requirements. Villages were called upon to supply soldiers, and the forced recruitment in rural areas caused widespread anger. In the war, the British government needed uh, new soldiers, so they started recruiting people from the villages, from the rural areas forcibly. So the rural people, they became against the British government. Then in 1918 and 1919 and 1920 to 21, crops failed in many parts of India. So see, the this harsh time, it was accompanied by crop failures also, resulting in acute shortage of food. This was accompanied by an influenza epidemic. According to the census of 1921, 12 to 13 million people perished as a result of famine and the epidemic. Now you people can uh, imagine the situation, that the people about the suffering of the people, they were going through the war period, then increase in prices, hard life, even they were not able to fulfill their basic requirements. Then there was acute shortages of food grains due to crop failure, then influenza epidemic. But at this time also we are going through a hard time, that is pandemic, corona pandemic. So this time we feel that we all are locked inside our houses. We have just locked ourselves. This situation, there is no shortage of any of the commodities in our surroundings, but even then we feel hard. We take it a hard time. But what was the condition of the people of over the time? You people can imagine. Then they didn't have not anything to eat, and there was forced recruitment. Means everywhere there was death around. There was no escape from the situation for the people at the time. So that was really a very harsh or hard time for the common people. People hoped that their hardships would end after the war was over, but that did not happen. The common people, they started thinking when the war was over, their hardship would end, but this didn't happen. Even their hardships increased after the First World War. So, this is just an introduction to the chapter. So, in this, you are to just think about what the meaning of nationalism, then how or why the people they became united or came together against the British. So, discuss this paragraphs, and if you have any question or query, then we will discuss in the class. I think this is understood to everyone, and the rest of the work we will do in the next class tomorrow. So have a nice day.